You are so timely with your responses to things. One thing that comes to mind is the white Jewish woman who used to work with the Obamas, who wrote this book as a Jew.
Sarah Hurwitz.
Sarah Hurwitz,
Yeah.
This woman, Sarah Hurwitz, was talking about why young Jews are so mad and defecting from, I wouldn't even say Judaism, actually. I would say defecting from
Zionism.
From Zionism.
Yeah.
That's right. She was like blaming the horrific images, and she used very reckless, dehumanizing language, objectifying Palestinians about a genocide occurring to them, upon them right now that we're still seeing in real time.
She said, young people, young Jewish people have taken the wrong lessons from Holocaust education. She's saying the way that they are empathizing with Palestinians living under an Israeli genocide is evidence that they took the wrong lessons from Holocaust education. No, what you should have learned was that you should solely have empathy for Jews facing persecution, not for anyone else, especially when the persecution they're facing is from Jews. And I just what a bastardization of what I
we're
believe,
supposed to learn from the Holocaust.
which is that genocide is wrong when it happens to anyone.
That's right. And that we're all connected. And never again means never again for anyone and everyone.
Yep.
Never again a genocide against anybody is what it means to be Jewish.
Yeah.
Truly.
I kept saying, Sarah Hurwitz was on this book tour, and it felt like every day there was a new video coming from where she's speaking on a stage and saying just the most egregious, heartless, dehumanizing anti-Palestinian racism. And I said when I was making those videos about her, I hope she keeps speaking. Unfortunately, her press tour did eventually end, but she was such a useful individual because she was being very open about what the Zionist project actually is.
That's right.
And she didn't have a lot of the great, I call them Hasbaristas, but basically propagandists for Israel. They are very good
Wait,
at.
Hasbaristas? What's Haz?
So Hasbara I believe it's the Hebrew word for understanding. Hasbara is generally known inside and outside of Israel as the story that Israel tells the world about itself. Israelis will use this word as well.
Copy that.
But it's sort of become a pejorative in anti-Zionist circles because Hasbara is basically propaganda.
Copy
So,
that. And actually, let me just walk the listeners and viewers back for a
Sure,
second.
please.
So what was blowing me away about this was in real time on her fucking press tour, which it was as though she was falling down a flight of stairs verbally every day. And you were taking the puzzle pieces apart and then fitting them back together in real time daily in a way that I felt in my heart the same thing as you, but damn, Matt Bernstein, I was fully learning from you and following your lead in how to articulate those feelings in my heart that were all in a cauldron. I couldn't pick them apart. And I was so grateful because it was so, so hurtful. By the way, hurtful as someone who I desperately want to see Palestinians have dignity and their basic human rights met, and then also for them to be left alone on their land to, I don't even know what the word is. Their heal doesn't cover it, but whatever. I want to see a free and fair Palestine. First and foremost, because that's the crisis. But I'm also Sarah Hurwitz, girl, you're making Jews less safe, which this Zionist project is. You be able to call it out immediately. It was a relief for our Palestinian brothers and sisters to know that this is not what we believe, Hasbara, as I'm now learning, as you say, but also to represent progressive human rights centered Jews in the appropriate way. We really feel represented by you, and thank you for it. And the speed is incredible, Matt. It's it's
under all this makeup, I'm blushing.
I'm
Wow.
amazed. I'm amazed, and I'm so proud of you and so grateful.
Thank you. That is way more praise than I am personally willing to accept, but I do appreciate it. I just feel first of all, I credit everything that I know about Palestinian life and Israeli oppression to the Palestinians that I learn from every day. Mohammed al-Kurd, Bisan, Plestia, Motaz, Omar al-Akkad, all of these people who have been documenting a genocide that they've been also living through, that their families have been living through. So, it's funny what you said about Sarah Hurwitz is making Jews less safe. And I get this comment all the time from Zionists saying that my being a Jewish person, criticizing Israel, criticizing Israeli apartheid, criticizing now this a state upheld by constant violence that's now leading the entire world into war. That is making Jews less safe. And to me, it is people like Sarah Hurwitz who inextricably tie at every single opportunity all Jewish people to the state of Israel. And this insistence that it's anti-Semitic to critique every facet of how Israel is structured as a state, that is like, and the fact that in a lot of ways, members of the Republican Party have beat Democrats and the liberals to the punch on being able to call this out as a human rights atrocity. And they are now wielding, they're getting into so much, but they are now wielding very real anti-Israel sentiment into anti-Semitic sentiment. Look at the way Candace Owens talks about Israel and Jews very seamlessly in the same sentence.
That's right.
And it makes me crazy because the Democratic establishment left this issue on the table because of them being in bed with AIPAC and J Street and all these pro-Israel funds. They've left the issue on the table for someone like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, to come in and take credit for correctly identifying this as a humanitarian issue. And
that's exactly right.
So concerning.